Hey everybody, Joe here. I am back again, and it is the first Wednesday of the month of June. You know what that means? Time for some pickups. What I buy in the month of May? Let's take a look. So in all honesty, I don't have a lot of video games to show you. See this right here? That's it. But I have another thing which is a little more interesting, and I spent a lot of money building that rig downstairs in the basement over the last couple months, so that's where a lot of money's went. I mean, the Mac Mini, that cost a little bit, that nice monitor. Other than that, everything was fairly affordable. And I'm still doing stuff down there. I still want to add to that a little bit. You know, it's getting crazy spaghetti with the electrical wires and whatnot, kind of like my gaming setup, but hey, what can you do? But let's talk about these games. I only have 3 to show you, so let's talk about them. Okay, first off, we got Legendary Axe on the TurboGrafx 16. I don't think I've ever played this one. If I have, very little bit in emulation. So that's one very cool that I wanted to get. I dig the TurboGrafx. I absolutely do. Always did. Well, actually, that's not true. When I first was exposed to it back in like the mid-90s, I was not impressed. I thought it was like really crap. But then again, the games that I had for it back then were like just like Keith Courage, Battle Royale, China Warrior, and maybe like 1 or 2 others, which were really just sad. And another one, this one's kind of a popular one, and it even has the little cartridge condom for it, and that is Nutopia. Yes, it's that very Zelda-similar game. You know, I gotta check that one out. Gotta figure out how it plays and spend some time with it. And the last one here, this one's very interesting. I'm not going to say too much because I do want to do a video about this one eventually. I'm planning in probably not till like the fall to do like a whole month dedicated to Ghostbusters games, because yeah, there's enough of them. And here is the real Ghostbusters on the Game Boy. If you're not familiar with this, I will say this much, that if you got the game in Europe, it was a completely different licensed product. It was not Ghostbusters. And if you got it in Japan, it was something else totally different. I believe it was Garfield in Europe and Mickey Mouse in Japan, if I'm not mistaken. And it's kind of funny. It's real Ghostbusters and you're controlling Venkman in US, and it's Garfield in Europe. And they're both voiced by the same guy. That's kind of wild. Anyway, the last thing I need to show you is this. I picked up an Alienware Alpha because I wanted something to play some PC games with. You know, I had some stuff on Steam. You know, I switched to Mac. But how can I play that stuff when my keyboard on my old Dell laptop, which I had since 2012. Well, yeah, 2012. Around the summer 2012, I bought that, and the keyboard's beginning to not work. And I figure, you know what? It's seen enough. The power cord on it's held together with electrical tape. Let's retire that bad boy and incorporate something into the basement rig, and that's why I got this little Alienware Alpha. It's a little bit bigger than the Mac Mini if you haven't seen one yourself. This one started off life as a Steam machine, as you can see with the Steam logo, but this was a refurb. And as a refurb, it actually has Windows 10 Pro on it now, and that's way better. Also, it was the base model, nothing fancy, has the i3 processor, 4 gigs of memory, 500 gig hard drive, and I got it for so darn cheap that I could probably replace the CPU and the RAM and still come out less than what a brand new model with Windows sells for right now. And that's pretty damn good. I don't know if I will replace the CPU. I know probably beneficial to go from the dual-core i3 to a quad-core, even like an i5, which would only cost me maybe like 180 bucks. Of course, I could spend 300 and get an i7, maybe. But I don't know if I'm going to do that. I'm really probably going to be playing mostly emulation on this, although I could do some other stuff. So, there's that. I'm really excited to have this. I have already ordered a memory upgrade for this, and even more so than the processor, probably more likely that I would change to a solid-state drive to speed things up, but who knows? I haven't quite made up my mind. Like I said, it's probably going to be using a lot of emulation. I put RetroArch on it already, and Launchbox. Still working out the bugs. I can't get Super Nintendo or regular Game Boy games to play, or like any of my arcade titles. But everything else so far seems to play, so that's a step in the right direction. I'm going to have to look up tutorials or whatever, maybe. Or even try an emulator other than RetroArch, because you can use multiple with Launchbox. And so far, this is pretty damn neat. And that's actually all I have to show you this time around. And next month, when I do the pickups, who knows what it's going to be like, because I'm still trying to make arrangements for too many games this year. There is a slim chance I might not make it. Who knows, because I do have to work that weekend. But I'll try to figure something out. So, hopefully, that'll iron out. Also, speaking of work and the real life, you know, things were crazy in the month of May. Hell, they were crazy in April too, but they were a little nuttier in May. Hopefully, that's going to be tapering off now, and I can get back into making some quality content. And so, thank you for bearing with me for the last couple months where I was, like, kind of mailing a few things in, did a Let's Play. I'm probably going to do them every now and then, but, you know, not like, you know, a regular thing. That's not going to be like a super regular feature on my channel. Alright, so hope you've enjoyed the pickups. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Take care.